Stop. Every time you plead, please, money, you've accidentally ordered money to walk away. In the next 10 seconds, trade the posture of a beggar for the stance of a commander. If that sounds bold, good boldness is the door. As Florence Scovel Shinn taught, your word is your wand. Spoken rightly, your word directs supply. Picture it, you open an email, and an unexpected bill flashes on the screen. Heart racing, throat tight, the mind loops. Please, I hope it's enough. That vibration lack hangs, a do not enter sign in front of opportunities. There is another way, speak with quiet authority, as if you already stand on solid ground. A true story, a single mother in California stood before an empty refrigerator. She remembered Shinn's counsel, don't beg, decree under grace, and in perfect ways. Hand on heart, shoulders soft, she spoke slowly and firmly. The next morning, her former manager called with a weekend shift enough to cover expenses with extra for fresh food. Not hazy magic, just a change of position. When you speak from authority, the world listens. Shinn never promoted fantasy. She taught gentle discipline. Say what you choose to believe and allow the word to arrange the right person, the right time, the right measure. First, take down the inner Jericho walls. Resentment, envy, self-blame. Forgiveness removes those bricks, then supply can enter. Why do words work? Because mind moves on 3 harmonized tiers. The superconscious divine pattern, the conscious everyday reason, and the subconscious, the faithful worker. A conviction-soaked declaration imprints the subconscious. Then the subconscious organizes conditions so the inner picture becomes the outer fact. Before you affirm, withdraw power from the false, I now neutralize fear, doubt, and delay. They have no power over me. Then affirm, I receive my perfect good under grace in perfect ways by divine right. This safety lock honors free will, does no harm, and leaves room for divine selection. Don't script the how. In Shinn's language, don't outline. Cast the burden and go free hand the route to infinite wisdom. Your job is the right word. Law handles the root. Help law work by practicing non-resistance. Soften the shoulders. Breathe slowly. Smile. Forgive yourself and others. The grievance, walls begin to crack. A 60 to 90 second bedtime ritual. Hand over the weight, palm to heart. Eyes closed, feel the pulse. Proof you can rewrite tonight's script. Speak 3 gratitudes to shift from scarcity to sufficiency. Brief denial, then decree, like a patron ordering from a divine menu. Infinite Spirit, I now command my perfect good into visible form under grace and in perfect ways, by divine right with harm to none. I give thanks it is done. Add a specific if you wish I receive divinely selected work that fits my gifts and serves the highest good under grace. Release the how, fall asleep as if it's complete. In the morning, note 3 small signs. Keep a 24-hour fast from negation, no complaints, no but. Forgiveness frees you so the good can enter. And yes, take inspired action. The word opens the door, but you still step through it. Send the email. Make the call. Set the appointment, set the table for a guest named Opportunity. Now animate the mold. See the number on a check with your name as your account balance or as crisp bills in your hand. Feel bills paid, breath easy, heart open. Feeling is the current that lights the picture. Keep a 24-hour word fast whenever I don't have enough. Rises pivot to, my supply is limitless. Everything I need comes to me now under grace. Law doesn't grade mistakes, it matches what you repeat. Single-minded word, certain harvest. A 7-minute morning-night practice. Breathe hand to heart. Call the amount by name, Itaji, $2,400 under grace in perfect ways. See digits, commas your name. Give thanks as if it's here. Speak in the present. It is here and I use it wisely. Ask softly. What action today clears the way? Close with forgiveness. I release all fear and envy about money. I choose peace. Now call your own name out of the shadows, by divine right under grace and in perfect ways. I call in Mike. It is present now and brings only good. Write the number plainly, like choosing a shirt size. Put it where you'll see it. Each time a counterfeit name slips out, lack delay, hard, replace it with the true name of what you choose. That's how you keep a lamp in the window so money can find its way home. Coming up next, we'll walk the 7-step call. Money framework from choosing a figure that fits your faith to casting the spiritual mold, turning on the feeling tone of joy, disciplining the tongue and moving with inspired action, plus ready-to-use affirmations for $500, 2 talents, $400, and $10,000, and a 7-day map you can start tonight. Stay close. Sometimes one new sentence and one fresh inner picture are all it takes for your good to find your door. Have you ever stood before a cold wave of bills, feeling small, breathing fast, and heard yourself whisper, "Please, just let it be enough"? In that moment, you aren't just talking about money. You're unconsciously assigning yourself a role, the pleader. Florence Scovel Shinn reminds us of a simple, powerful truth. Words cast the part we play on life's stage. In the money story, are you waiting at the door, or are you the one opening it? Now picture a different scene. Same you, same stack of bills, but your shoulders drop, your eyes soften, your voice grows low and steady. You don't beg, you decree. Not a harsh command, an inner authority that comes from knowing who you are. In spiritual order, a co-creator, not a timid petitioner. Shinn calls it the power of the word. Your word is your wand. A wand isn't for frantic waving. It works best in a quiet, steady hand. The psychology of pleading versus commanding. When you plead, the nervous system flips to emergency mode, heart racing, shallow breath, a brain that sees only lack. Your body signals not safe and your choices delay, cheap but costly decisions. Missed chances reinforce the scarcity script. Pleading isn't just wording, it's a posture in the body. Commanding begins with biological regulation, deeper breathing, relaxed muscles, a wider gaze. In safety intuition, the channel Shinn emphasizes speaks clearly, and your words become a gentle decree, clear, concise, bounded under grace, and in perfect ways without asking permission. The ladder of language, walk this 4-rung ladder and feel the energy shift. Plead, please let money come. Lack dependent, uneasy. Hope, I hope money will come. Hesitant, waiting for approval. Affirm, money is coming to me. Movement still on the way. Decree, money hears my call and arrives right on time, under grace and in perfect ways. Quiet authority, settled, safe boundaries. The 4th rung isn't loud, it's calm and sure. It doesn't force the universe. It speaks in right identity and right law. No interference, no grabbing, because under grace preserves harmony. A 90-second state shift so your words actually land. You can't leap from panic to poise by willpower alone. Flip the body first. Breathe. 4, 4, 6, inhale. 4, hold. 4, exhale. 6, out 5 cycles. Soften, jaw, shoulders, tongue. Right hand on heart, left on belly. Hint of a smile to signal safety. Speak your decree 3 times low and even. Money hears my call and arrives right on time, under grace and in perfect ways, through the right people, timing and amount. Then be still, 10 to 20 seconds, and listen for one tiny intuitive action: who to text, what email, to send a refund, to check a price, to review. Do it. Shinn always pairs the word with the next guided step. Pull the Jericho bricks. Forgiveness lightens the money flow. Resentment, envy, self-blame. These are the invisible bricks that blunt your decree. Try the short right. List 3 people, situations where money still stings. Hand on heart, I choose to forgive and release you, me. I let good do the work of good under grace and in perfect ways. Turn envy into blessing. The good you have, good opens to me under grace and more. Tear up the page gently, like removing bricks from a wall. Forgiveness isn't being nice for show. It frees stuck energy so the current can return. The 24-hour experiment: train your nervous system. Don't wait for $1 million miracle. Ask for one small money sign. In 24 hours, a discount, a gift, a refund, a friendly invite. Decree, take the intuitive step, then note what appears. Each small proof is a rung your body can trust. A lived snapshot, change the role, change the flow. A man in Austin was stuck with credit card debt. He ran the 90-second ritual each morning, made his decree, and his intuition nudged him to check old emails. He found a bank offer, an unactivated APR program, phoned in, moved the balance, and cut interest for 12 months. That evening, a former client messaged to renew a freelance contract. 2 proofs in one day, not a lottery win, but law answering a word placed correctly. Common missteps and the fix. Decreeing in panic high-rushed voice. Return to 4-4-6 breathing, then speak. Saying it endlessly but not acting. Make one tiny action each time you decree. Skipping under grace. Friction rises. Add the boundary so your mind feels safe and generous. Quick decree translations for 3 real moments. When a bill arrives, I receive this bill in peace. The money for it arrives right on time under grace and in perfect ways. During salary price talks, my value is recognized clearly. The right fair compensation appears under grace. When investing in learning tools, I am guided wisely. Funds for this investment circulate back to me multiplied under grace. 7-day momentum checklist. Morning run, the 90-second ritual, decree. X3. Midday, take one intuitive action. Night log, 3 signs of circulation, even tiny. Soft KPIs. 1 money signals counted, 2 actions completed, 3. Peace score 0-10. Rewrite your money script list. 5 old autopilot lines. Money is hard, I'm not worthy, and convert each into a grace-bound decree. If you're ready to switch roles today, drop in the comments. I choose to decree under grace, plus 1 intuitive action you'll take in the next 24 hours. Your small stories become the bricks of a community that uses the word correctly, gentle, and decisive. Next, we'll step into assumption in Shinn's spirit, how to wear the inner crown before the world sees it. So decrees become a steady state, not a mood. You'll learn to hold authority even when the balance hasn't caught up yet, and how to upgrade a decree to shorten the wait, always under grace and in perfect ways. Close your eyes for a few breaths and imagine placing a crown on your head when no one else can see. It isn't heavy or flashy, it simply feels like finally knowing who you are. When you open your eyes, the world looks the same. Unpaid bills, unanswered emails, a balance that hasn't budged yet. Something has shifted. The narrator of your life is now you. In part 1, we moved from beggar to commander. In this part, we step into assumption, not pretending, not daydreaming, but the inner state of already having. So your words carry quiet authority. Assumption doesn't force events. It chooses to stand on the shore of already enough, and it issues orders under grace and in perfect ways. How is assumption different from hope? Hope waits outside the door, knocking and listening. Assumption rests a hand on the knob and turns it like someone who knows the room already belongs to them. Hope watches the clock. Assumption looks within. Hope begs for reassurance. Assumption generates its own signal by maintaining the state of already havings even before the surface of life has time to change. As Shinn would say, your word is your wand, but the wand works only when the hand is steady, and the hand is steady only when your inner world is calm. How do I assume when my bank balance is low? Begin with your body, not just your mind. The body is the doorway to state. Try a 90-second reset breathe. 4-4-6. Soften your jaw and shoulders, add a small smile. Then place your body in already having, sit tall but soft. Warm eyes, slower voice. In those seconds, you unplug from panic and plug into safe and sufficient. Only then speak your command on the right frequency. Money hears my voice and arrives on time under grace and in perfect ways through the right people, right timing, and right amounts. This isn't a charm. It's a statement of identity. Each time you speak, you're training your nervous system to live at a new address. First, paint a simple, vivid inner scene, an inner room where the amount you called is already present. It isn't floating in midair. It sits on something physical, a check with your name, a banking app showing the number, an envelope stamped, paid in full or crisp bills resting in your hand. Give the image texture, weight grain, ink color, the papery rustle. On the spiritual plane, image is the mold. Matter is the gelatin poured into that mold. Now a 1-minute pre-sleep ritual, a short sturdy bridge your night shift can't miss. Clear the static, 15s, gentle denial, hand on heart, long, exhale. Right now, I neutralize fear, doubt, and delay. They hold no power in me. Feel your shoulders drop, like you just set down a heavy bag. Flip the switch. 2030s, bright decree. Speak warm and steady. I decree my perfect good takes form, under grace and in perfect ways, by divine right with harm to none. If helpful, tailor at work, money health while keeping the safety seal. Lay down the burden, 15s, whisper. I release the how to infinite intelligence. I sleep in peace. To make assumption, a livable rhythm, anchor it 3 ways. Language with a grace boundary, add, under grace, and in perfect ways, so the mind relaxes. You're not taking from anyone. You're welcoming what is rightly yours through right channels. Intuitive micro-action. After each decree, pause for a whisper. Who do I call? Which invoice do I review? Which one-page proposal do I send? Then do the smallest step now. Small evidence, ask for a money signal within 24 hours, a discount code, a gift, an invitation, and log it. Each piece of evidence nails the state in place for tomorrow. Practice the trio in real scenes. Opening a bill. I receive this bill in peace. This expense is paid on time, under grace, and in perfect ways. Salary pricing talk. My value is clearly seen. Right and fair compensation appears under grace. Investing in learning/tools, I am guided wisely. This investment circulates back to me multiplied under grace. You'll notice something subtle. Your voice changes, less high, less rushed, less apologetic. It carries quiet weight. That weight makes your emails clearer, your calls warmer and steadier, and people feel drawn to collaborate. Often, doors open not because prettier words were used, but because the speaker's field changed. A crucial bend in the road, deprogramming guilt about wearing an inner crown. Many of us were taught, don't ask, don't be too sure. When you begin to assume, a wave of unease can rise. Am I being greedy? Am I demanding? Remember, assumption steals from no one. It places you in your right channel of service and circulation. Soothe the unease with forgiveness. Write 3 names, situations about money that still snag your heart, hand on heart. I choose to forgive and set me free. I let good do the work of good under grace. Close with a blessing. The good you have I open to, and more under grace. Forgiveness lowers the nervous system pressure so you can stand steady without self-ejection. What if I decree and nothing happens? Usually 1 of 3 leaks. 1. You spoke from panic, return to breath first. 2. You spoke a lot but skipped intuitive action, make every decree and 1 micro-action. 3. You skip the grace boundary, add under grace, so the soul feels ethical and at ease. When these 3 click, you'll spot small shifts, a reply, a refund, a work nudge, the source stream. Watch the inner mechanism in slow motion. A thought appears, I won't have enough. The body tightens, breath turns shallow, shoulders slump. From that signal, old phrases fire. Maybe next month. Too expensive. I'm not good enough. And those words drive shrinking behavior. You delay the quote, avoid the call, dodge the raise conversation. The outside returns. What the inside planted, the mirror did its job. Now, reverse it on purpose. Plant. I organize my life from sufficiency. Breath deepens, spine rises, steps find rhythm, words change. The fee for this package is, I can begin Monday. I have 1 opening this week. I'm ready for the right offer. Actions follow and results start humming at the new frequency. Small money first, then larger. Not blind luck, just the consistency of spiritual order. Build a 7-day groove. Morning, 90-second ritual, plus speak your decree 3 times. Midday, 1 intuitive action. Evening log, 3 signs of circulation, even tiny ones. Soft KPIs, number of money signals actions, taken peace level, 0-10. These soft metrics keep you in the game. The point isn't how fast money lands, but who you become while welcoming it. A true story to see it, a freelance designer in Seattle hadn't closed a big contract for months. She tried 7 days of assumption. Day 1 after her decree, intuition nudged her to drop a confusing service bundle and send a 1-page proposal, clear problem, clear outcome, clear timeline. Day 3. An old client asked for her rates. That night, she sent the 1-pager. Day 5, a smaller contract signed enough to open the flow. Once the current opened day 11, a larger opportunity arrived via the same client's referral. No fireworks, just a new state producing simple right-time, right-sized actions. Make repetition effortless. Create a tiny grace corner by your bed. A clean page with your core decree in large, simple letters. A pen and a small, old 48H sync notebook. A pocket anchor stone coin twig from a peaceful walk. The goal isn't decor, it's frictionless repetition. Think farming, not vending machines. Some seeds sprout quickly, deeper, sleep, clearer ideas. Others take time because grace chooses the best path for all, not the fastest for you. Your job is to keep the field smile before sleep. Say, thank you on waking. Want a ready-made practice for tonight and tomorrow? Try the 2-minute I have ritual. Before sleep, say out loud, I have hang, one specific good from today. I have kaung, one inner quality resource. I have and one door that's slightly open, and I allow the upgraded version of this to arrive under grace and in perfect ways. Whisper, tomorrow I notice more evidence of sufficiency. On waking hand on heart, today I receive what I already have and amplify it with one small action, then do the 5-minute step before the news. Let's practice together. In the comments, describe your mold with 3 specifics. For example, blue ink check, paid in full, stamp, deposit received. 9:15 a.m. Then bless at least 2 people above you. Blessings on your mold under grace. When we protect and polish our lenses together, this channel becomes a sacred dark room where luminous images develop. From here, we'll step into the next layer. Emotional co-resonance. Because even a clear image needs the current of joy to light it up. I'll show you how to turn on the lamp, cultivate gladness before receiving, keep certainty without strain and transmute guilt, envy, self-doubt into ease, gratitude sufficiency with a 60-second switchboard you can use anywhere. Stay with me once the image is sharp. The right emotional light makes what you named snap into focus and take form under grace in perfect ways. There's a clever invisible lock in many of us. It doesn't bolt the bank's door. It clamps across the chest, just as you reach for what you deserve. You hear a soft click, your chest grows heavy, your throat tightens, your voice shrinks. Maybe... Wait, don't ask for too much. That lock wasn't installed by money. It was forged from polite warnings. We heard as kids, be good. Don't be greedy. Wait your turn. Don't bother people. Humility is a virtue, and a few shaming moments around money. As Florence Scovel Shinn would say, the gatekeeper at the door of your mind gets overzealous when a prosperous idea approaches it, waves it away. Not proper. Turn back. Look closely, you don't fear money. You fear the feeling of having authority when you speak about money. That's the permission barrier, the unsigned papers in your inner office. Without that inner approved stamp, every financial decree downgrades into a whisper. So how do we unlock it? First, name the unspoken rules that fed the barrier. Even across cultures, many of us in America share a few scripts about money. Over-politeness, avoiding negotiation because it seems unattractive. The endurance formula: good things come to those who wait, so we wait until we're exhausted before we dare receive. Moralizing poverty, confusing humility with self-erasure. Confusing generosity with abandoning ourselves. Emotional inheritance. A family once rattled by money, so the body learned to flinch whenever numbers show up. When you can name these rules, you drag them into light, as Shinn would say. When the light arrives, the darkness recedes. Write 3 to 5 of your own house rules, then ask, does this keep me safe or keep me small? If it keeps you small, thank it for protecting you as a child and retire it. Now decode the guilt of wearing your inner crown. That guilt often hums in a familiar register, sheepish, apologetic, worried. You'll make others uncomfortable. Here's the mechanism your nervous system equated safety with not asking for much. Now that you're stepping into command, the nervous system protests strange danger. That's not a mistake, it's proof you're growing. Instead of wrestling the feeling, hold it in your hands, palm over heart. Breathe 4 to 4 to 6 for a few rounds and say softly, I am safe being seen. I am safe being paid fairly and fully under grace. Watch the ice melt like snow in sunlight. Lower the inner pressure with forgiveness so flow can return. Shinn often taught about the Jericho walls: resentment, envy, self-blame. These walls drain the power from your word. Use this 3-step practice. Write 3 names or money situations that still snag you: someone who owes you, someone you compared yourself to, or yourself for a past money choice. Hand to heart, say, I choose to forgive and release you, me. I let good do the work of good under grace and in perfect ways. End with a blessing. The good you have is opening for me too under grace. You're removing bricks from the inside, the outer wall collapses on its own. 3 script release practices. They work on the nervous system, not just the mind. Rewrite the family script, 15 minutes. List 5 money lines you grew up with. Money is dirty good, people don't talk about money, few rich folks are kind. Next to each, write a grace-based version. Money is a neutral current. In loving hands, it becomes a tool for healing under grace. Good people speak clearly about money to honor everyone's value under grace. Read them out loud, low and slow, so your body hears you. B. Create an official permission card, 3 minutes each morning. On a small card write, I, your name, hereby permit myself to be seen to receive fully and fairly for the value I bring, and to negotiate warmly under grace and in perfect ways. Sign and date it. Touch the card each morning as you read. The nervous system trusts ink on paper. AE. Practice warm boundaries during negotiation. When someone presses your price, instead of shrinking or bristling, smile. Thank you for your interest. To ensure quality and timeline, the right investment for this project is, under grace I commit to delivering specific result. You just held the line while staying kind the Shinn way, firm and gentle. Honor the law of circulation, give and receive under grace. Not to buy luck, but to let your body feel itself inside the flow. This week, choose 1 meaningful gift in motion, a little extra tip for great service gifting. A craft book, a coffee with encouragement. Before giving, whisper, I give under grace. Money circulates back to me, multiplied, right people, right timing, right amount. You're not casting a spell, you're unlocking the loop in your own nervous system. Appoint a new gatekeeper at the door of your mind. Choose 3 statements that always pass the gate each day. I am safe being paid fully and fairly under grace. Money answers when I call and arrives on time. Right people, right timing, right amount. The right opportunity is already headed to my exact address. And choose 3 statements your guard will politely decline. It's probably not my turn. I'm not worthy. Premium clients won't choose me. When they flash, smile thanks, but no. Your new gatekeeper is courteous but principled. Your 7-day unlock the barrier map. Day 1 Ton 2. Name your unspoken rules, plus rewrite 5 lines. Day 3, Make the permission card, read it twice a day. Day 4, use warm boundaries in one real conversation. Day 5, do the forgiveness ritual 3 names. Day 6, one small act of circulation, give with intention. Day 7, list 3 pieces of money evidence, even tiny, and score your piece 0 or 10. Each day add one identity decree after a 90-second breath ritual. This rhythm turns a good idea into a nervous system pathway. A small true feeling story. In Denver, a sales manager always shrank when asking to adjust her commission. She made her permission card, practiced warm boundaries, and rewrote her script. My value is seen clearly under grace. The next week, during her review, she led with clarity to retain and grow strategic accounts. ABC, the right commission level is no drama. Her boss proposed a 3-month trial. 2 weeks later, she closed a major deal she'd patiently nurtured. It wasn't strange at all. It matched a nervous system that had finally signed permission for itself. Before any money call or email, run this quick permission checklist. Body. Are your shoulders soft? Breath. In your belly, language is your opener. Clear, concise, warm, no extra. Apologies. Grace. Did you include under grace and in perfect ways so the mind can rest? Action. What single concrete step follows your decree? Default swaps for anxious thoughts. What if they say no? The right people recognize me. What if I'm asking too much? I choose right and enough under grace. I'm not great with numbers. I can learn. Practical wisdom arrives right on time. Set a boundary with yourself. Pick fixed hours to speak or write about money, say 9:11 a.m. Outside that window, don't peek at accounts. Protect your nervous system from worry addiction. If you're ready to sign your own permission, drop a comment, I permit under grace, plus one unspoken rule you just named, and one warm boundary you'll practice in the next 24 hours. We'll read, lift, and witness for one another. Your warm clarity will spark courage in the next person. Next, we'll close the loop from word to action. You'll get grace-safe core decrees in Shinn's spirit, a 24-hour protocol, and a 7-day checklist so money hears you when you call, not because you shout, but because you unlock the barrier, signed permission, and spoke under grace. See you in part 4. Decree, action, flow. It's time to turn everything we've learned into a living rhythm. Remember that feeling of the inner crown. When it's set right, your words stop knocking timidly. They become a key that turns and doors open. In the spirit of Florence Scovel Shinn, speak what you choose to believe, then take one intuition-led step, under grace and in perfect ways. This section is the bridge between your words and money in circulation. First, we choose a core command, clear, calming, and bounded, so your nervous system feels safe. When you hear it, your body doesn't brace, it softens into order. Say, money hears my call, and arrives on time under grace and in perfect ways, the right people, the right timing, the right amount. It's not a slogan, and it doesn't force events. It simply places you in the right role, steward of the flow. If your palms warm as you speak, good, that's a signal. Picture the payment you're waiting on as a boat anchored just offshore. Each time you speak the command, you don't shout across the water. You light the harbor lamp and gesture. Come in, there's a path lit for you. Boats follow light. Money follows a clear signal. To keep the signal clear, run a 24-hour protocol you can start today. Give your body a short ritual, 3 to 5 rounds of 4-4-6 breathing. Relax jaw, shoulders, tongue. Soften the corners of your mouth to tell your nervous system you're safe. Hand on heart. Speak the command 3 times low even. Then give silence, 10 to 20 seconds, so intuition can rise with a nudge. Who do I call? Which refund should I check? Which proposal do I send? What profile do I update? Take the first nudge and act. Through the day, watch for small currents, an appointment text, a discount code, a gift, an offer. At night, note 3 proofs, however small, so your system can form a new win map. If tension returns, Don't wrestle, return to the breath. Speak the command once and release the outcome. Under grace means right order handles the rest. What if I slip? Law doesn't punish. Law records. Use SRRR for your language. Stop, catch the slide. Release, exhale. Replace. Say, the clean line. Rejoice. Smile. You corrected it. Power isn't in never slipping. It's in a gentle, quick correction. Now enter a kind word diet that keeps your signal clean and strong. Morning before the news, read your sovereignty statement once. Slow voice, deep breath, relaxed shoulders. Midday between tasks. Whisper and anchor. I always have enough and extra to do the right thing under grace. Evening journal 3 lines. What did I say right? Where did I slip? What did I replace it with? These 3 lines train your brain to choose helpful words by reflex. Try a 24-hour word fast, abstain from every complaint about money. Each slip, drop a coin in your awareness jar and replace the line immediately. No judgment, notice and adjust. You'll be surprised how quickly slips decline. Then clear the hidden rivals, self-sabotaging one-liners, masquerading as jokes or small talk. Read the practical swaps until they retone your daily dialogue. E.g., price shock becomes, if this belongs with me, it comes under grace and at a wise price. When clouds roll in surprise bills, a deal off tempo, an unanswered email. You don't fight the clouds, you raise the light. Speak a lamp-lifting version of the command, I received this situation in peace. Money for this right purpose arrives on time under grace and in perfect ways. Then do one neat peacekeeping action, reorder limits, request a civilized extension batch, 3 calls into 1 window, or send a brief, clear proposal. Light needs a wick. Your small step is the wick. Hold the rhythm with a 7-day challenge. Morning, 90-second ritual, plus command X3. Midday 1 intuition-led action, no delay. Night 3 proofs of flow. Track soft KPIs, number of money signals actions completed, and your peace level 0-10. You'll notice something obvious yet delightful. More windows of opportunity appear, not because the world suddenly became kinder, but because your attention field shifted from lack to find. Change the field, change the map. Keep the grace boundary all week. Pair every command with that phrase so the heart doesn't fear. Many quit because they forget the boundary. They issue the command like a clenched order, and the body rebels, danger competition. When you fold under grace into your sentence, the body knows nothing is taken from anyone. Only what is rightfully yours is placed rightly time, place, amount. An ethical channel, keep the flow clean. Command conditions, not other people's will. Harmony for all is the clean conduit for larger flow. When the channel is right, peace arrives first. If peace is missing, adjust your wording in the best way and time in harmony for everyone. A compact 72-hour command sprint. Morning run the 7-minute schedule and complete one 5 to 15-minute step. Midday 90-second reset plus send 1 flow signal. Night log 3 small proofs plus set tomorrow's first action. Post. I live by the command plus 1 action and 1 small proof each day. When you see someone share, reply, I see you, I trust you, I'm with you. Community amplifies the mirror. You now have the command and the scaffold body breath. Intent word action. Next, we'll move to integration and maintenance, becoming the magnet. Instead of the chaser, a 14-day plan with progress markers, how to keep the flame when doubt returns, and 5 money dialogue scripts for tough situations until the command stops being something to remember and becomes the steady heartbeat of your finances. If you're ready, right eye speak and circumstances listen. Each time you say, money hears my call and arrives on time under grace and in perfect ways, remember you're not speaking into a void. You're addressing an exquisitely obedient universe and your own lawful authority to sign for the flow. There comes a quiet turn when your inner crown stops being a motivational image and becomes the posture you carry into a new day. You're no longer trying to act calm around money. Calm begins to radiate from how you stand. Breathe, speak, and choose. Florence Scovel Shinn would smile when your word matches the right frequency and your action is led by intuition. The rest is keeping rhythm, so flow can stay, grow, and move gently under grace and imperfect ways. First, change your self-story from "I'm learning to call in money" to "I am the one money answers." This isn't boasting, it's a new ID card you present at reality's gate each morning. When body, mind, and word line up, you don't strain, you simply rename the order that already is. Speak from peace, act from intuition, give and receive, in circulation, and let grace place everything in right time, right place, right measure. How do I keep the rhythm so it's not a burst and then nothing? Start with a lived-in, advanced 7-day map. Each morning, sit tall and soft, breathe. 4-4-6 for a few rounds, then read your decree 3 times. Money hears my call and arrives on time, under grace, and in perfect ways. Right people, right timing, right amount. Pause, 10 to 20 seconds to receive a nudge. Polish the resume. Send a 1-page email. Make a warm call. Check a refund, adjust pricing, then take that step immediately, even if it's small. At noon, give your body 3 deep breaths and forgive any fresh Jericho brick, a twinge of envy, a self-jab before it hardens. At night, write 3 evidences of circulation, a booking text, a discount code, a kind word, a postponed expense, a fresh idea. The smaller the proof, the better pebbles pave the road for bigger steps. When headwinds rise, an unexpected bill, a stuck deal, silence, don't fight the wind. Run a short protocol called Stop Frame Small Move. Step away from the screen. Breathe. Drop the shoulders. Let your nervous system stand down. Frame. I welcome this in peace. Funds for this rightful purpose arrive on time, under grace, and in perfect ways. Small move 1. Clean follow-up paragraph. 1. Alternate proposal. 1 scheduled call or a single clarity tweak. When the wick is lit, the light takes care of the light. To weave the new identity into daily life, appoint a long-term gatekeeper. Each morning, allow 3 lines through your mind's gate. I'm safe being paid right, and enough under grace. Money hears my call and arrives on time, right. People, right timing, right amount. Fitting opportunities are locating my exact address. Politely refuse the old drains. It's never my turn, I don't deserve. Great clients don't choose me. Each evening, patrol the gate. Once rewrite 1 moment from the day in the language of grace. A time you held a warm boundary, spoke clearly, instead of circling or delayed a decision to choose better. Remember circulation. You don't give to buy luck. You give so your body-mind remembers you live in a current. Choose small gestures, a specific compliment for good work, the right fit professional gift, a coffee paired with a spot-on encouragement. Before each act, whisper, I give under grace. The current returns to me gently and enough. The subconscious records it, no loss, only meaningful exchange. Keep a calm rescue kit for tense moments. Stand up, loosen your shoulders, 10 times open your chest. Exhale twice as long as you inhale. Say slowly, money moves when I command. I choose the right solution in the right way at the right time. Take 1 5 to 15-minute step. Send 1 invitation. Fix 1 line on the landing page book. 1 call. Record 1 small proof even I calm down. You're not fixing the universe, you're recentering. Change the center. The field changes. The mirror changes. If you hit a plateau, don't misread it as failure. It's the rooting phase. Use 3 moves, the 3-1 cycle. 3 days of acceleration, double your signals. 1 day of integration, half pace to organize and improve quality, micro upgrades. 1% daily, email openers, proposal titles, thumbnails, CTAs, and multi-channel receiving. Add a payment method, a booking option, or an entry-level offer. Give your day a practical backbone, a 2x2 action matrix, plus a quick present seal. Small, near. Send 5 warm messages, fix 1 sales page, nudge 1 invoice. Small, far, update. Your profile learn 1 micro skill. Big, near, make a negotiation call. Close a contract, launch a mini offer. Big, far, design a new funnel or product, schedule it quarterly. Anytime you wobble, handwrite. It is here under grace and tuck it in your wallet. Each touch resets the state. 3 subtle traps to watch. Impatience. Where's the big miracle? Tell yourself I sow by the day. The universe ripens by the season. If you sealed it under grace, you stop scheduling the good and start trusting it. Let the smallest good enter first. Old tapes. When a tired self-story spins up, don't argue. Press stop and overwrite with a Florence-style breaker. I shatter every false record of me. They return to the void. Now I record the new peace, openness-inspired action under grace and in perfect ways. Resistance, your ships come in over a calm sea. Bless the situation and let go of managing the how. Stretch the rhythm with a light 30, 60, 90-day path. First 30 days, keep the 7-day practice and add a weekly dress rehearsal to refine wording and remove 1 leak like compulsive balance checking. Day 60, raise the stakes gently, open, 1 value conversation per week, a negotiation, a collaboration proposal, a package upgrade. Day 90, shape your reputation, write a short case study, share a useful lesson, show up where your right fit clients gather. Hold the core decree each time, let grace remain the soft border. A closing story as a promise. A Boston marketing manager, rattled by surprise drop points, chose a 90-day path, kept the 7-day rhythm, sent a 1-page process email to clear approval bottlenecks, took honest coffees with 3 former partners to learn their next quarter needs, and published a brief A/B test case study. Results weren't flashy, smoother internal flow, clearer bonus criteria, 2 renewals that drifted in like a cool breeze. Her journal entry read, "No miracle, just peaceful rhythm, making room for miracles." If this stirred a little warmth in your chest, step with us, comment, "I'm keeping the 7-day advanced rhythm under grace," and name 1 upgrade you'll do in the next 24 hours, a 1-page email, a call, a price sheet, tidy up. Or simply, reading your decree 3 times and taking 1 intuitive step. When many harbor lights glow together, the good ships find their way from far off. If you've stayed with me to the end, you've probably heard something familiar beneath the dust. Your word is your wand. When the inner crown sits straight, you don't knock timidly on money's door. You stand tall yet soft, speak what you choose to believe under grace and in perfect ways, and let intuition take your hand across the threshold. The Jericho walls of lack, resentment, self-blame, fear of judgment don't need a battering ram. A gentle decree repeated in calm lets the bricks fall. Keep 4 threads that lead you home. Word, grace, step, flow. Words speak from already having, not asking permission. Grace, add the under grace safeguard so the heart feels safe and generous. Step after each decree, take 1 small intuitive action. Flow, give and receive, like a river, so your body remembers you stand in the current, not on the bank. Hold these 4 beats, no need to be loud. Be steady. Reality clears the path. Before you leave, place a hand over your heart, slow 1 breath, and read once to yourself. Money hears my call and arrives on time, under grace, and in perfect ways. Right people, right time, right amount. Then listen for the smallest nudge, an email, to send a call, to make a document, to tidy a refund, to check. Do the first thing you hear. That's how inspiration becomes movement. To keep the light not just bright but steady, here's a 30-day gentle commitment. Night 1-minute ritual denial, gratitude, decree, release. Morning notice, 3 breadcrumbs, synchronicities, plus take 1 micro step. Daily keep 24 hours without negation. No complaining, no but no retelling the old story. Let our community become a chorus of faith. In the comments, write one spine-strong decree. With the safety lock, share one micro-step you'll take in the next 24 hours. Then return within 48 hours to report 3 small signals you noticed. Example: I decree the right opportunity arrives to me under grace and in perfect ways, by divine right with harm to none. Today, I'll send a 15-minute meeting request to Sarah. If this video steadied your heart, subscribe and tap the bell so you don't miss the upcoming 7-minute practice series, and share this with someone who needs to hear that money has a name and it turns when it's called in the light. Every subscription is another window lit in our shared home. One closing breath together, inhale, peace, exhale, gratitude, and speak warm and clear. By divine right, under grace, and in perfect ways. Aloud is present in my life now. It is here. Go live like it. It is done under grace in perfect ways. Optional 7-day. Call the Money Mini Challenge. 1 action daily. Name, mold, light word step. Keep a signal journal. Bless someone else each day. Keep a miracle docket to log every sign so trust cuts a deeper groove. Practice kind discipline 10-10-80. Add for the highest good of all concerned to every decree.